Draw weapons. One weapon killed thousands in seconds. Another kept killing long after the war ended. But the most terrifying one? You won't even see it coming. No guns, no bombs, just you and the person trying to kill you. Imagine standing face to face with someone, knowing only one of you walks away. Because these weren't weapons you could just use from a distance. You had to get close, really close. Imagine standing face to face with someone, knowing only one of you walks away. That's the kind of pressure these weapons carried. Every movement mattered. Every second counted. Take the Roman gladius, for example. Short, sharp, and built for brutal efficiency. It wasn't designed for flashy swings or dramatic fights. It was made for quick, precise kills in tight formations. Soldiers trained for years just to master it. And even then, one mistake could end everything. That's how unforgiving it was. But not all of them required direct contact, and this is where things shift slightly. The longbow changed the rules. Suddenly, you didn't have to be right in front of your enemy. You could strike from a distance, silently, accurately. But here's the catch. It still demanded insane skill. Drawing that bow took strength, a lot of it. And hitting a moving target? That was a whole different level. The mace. No sharp edges, no precision cuts, just raw, crushing force. It didn't matter how strong your armor was. If a mace hit you, you felt it. Bones broke, shields cracked. It was simple, but terrifyingly effective. The kind of weapon that didn't need finesse, just power. Most people miss this. Every single one of these weapons required a physical act. You had to draw the blade, pull the string, swing with intent. Nothing was automatic. Nothing was easy. Killing wasn't a button you pressed. It was something you did with your own hands. And because of that, combat felt different. It was personal. You saw your opponent. You heard them. You felt the weight of every decision in real time. There was no distance to hide behind, no technology to rely on, just you and them. Now imagine being in that moment. No second chances, no backup plan, just instinct and training keep you alive. Would you hesitate? Or would you act first? Because back then, hesitation was the difference between living and not making it out at all. And this is where it gets even more interesting, because despite how brutal these weapons were, they still had one major limitation. They required effort, they required skill, they required you to be there. And that's exactly what was about to change. Back then, killing wasn't easy. You had to earn it. Fire weapons. War stopped being about the person in front of you and started becoming about everything around them. Fire entered the battlefield, not just as a tool, but as a force. And once it did, control started slipping. Because fire doesn't choose targets, it spreads, it consumes, and it doesn't stop when you want it to. One of the earliest examples was Greek fire, and this was terrifying. It wasn't just flame, it was a burning liquid that could stick to surfaces, even water. Ships caught in it had almost no escape. Imagine being surrounded by the ocean and still burning. That's the kind of fear it created. You couldn't fight it. You couldn't outrun it. Once it touched you, it was already over. But that was just the beginning. Because as time moved forward, fire didn't just stay dangerous, it became uncontrollable. And this is where napalm enters. A thick, sticky fuel that burned hotter and longer than anything before it. When it hit the ground, it didn't just explode, it spread. Across buildings, across land, across people. And the worst part? It kept burning. Seconds felt like minutes, and survival became almost impossible. Now think about that for a second. You're not fighting an enemy anymore. You're trying to escape the environment itself. Fire everywhere. No clear direction, no safe zone. Just chaos. Pure chaos. Aerial bombs. Because now, destruction didn't need to be carried by hand or launched from the ground. It came from above. And when it did, there was no warning. Entire cities could be hit in seconds. Buildings collapsed, the streets disappeared, and people caught in the middle never even saw it coming. And this is the moment most people don't fully understand. Because the shift wasn't just technological, it was psychological. You were no longer facing a soldier. You were facing destruction itself, something bigger than you, something you couldn't fight back against. Fire changed everything. It introduced area damage. It removed the need for close combat, and it turned battlefields into uncontrollable zones where survival wasn't about skill anymore. It was about luck. And once that line was crossed, there was no going back. This is where war stopped being personal and started becoming unstoppable. Nuclear weapons. And just when it felt like destruction couldn't go any further, it did. Not louder, not bigger in the usual sense, but deeper. Because this time, the weapon didn't just destroy what it touched, it changed everything around it. Permanently. It happened during the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 2 cities, 2 moments. And in seconds, everything was gone. Buildings flattened, streets erased, lives ended before people even understood what was happening. In Hiroshima alone, tens of thousands died instantly, and Nagasaki followed, with the same kind of devastation. The explosion wasn't the end of it. It was just the beginning. Because after the fireball faded, something invisible remained. Radiation. You couldn't see it. You couldn't feel it right away, but it was there, spreading through air, water, and bodies. Days later, people who survived the blast started getting sick. Weeks later, more followed. Burns that wouldn't heal, hair falling out, bodies are shutting down slowly. And the worst part? Many had no idea why it was happening. They had survived the explosion, but they couldn't escape what came after. Now imagine living through that. Thinking you made it, only to realize the danger never left. It stayed with you. Inside you. And this is where things take another turn. Because if atomic bombs were already this destructive, scientists didn't stop there. They went further. Hydrogen bombs. Weapons are far more powerful, not just capable of destroying cities, but entire regions. The kind of force that makes everything before it look small. This wasn't just about war anymore. It wasn't even about winning. It became about capability, about how much destruction could be created, and how quickly it could be delivered. Instant mass death, long-term suffering. Entire cities were wiped out like they never existed. And for the first time, humanity created something it couldn't truly control. This wasn't just a weapon. It was the moment humanity crossed a line. Spray weapons. Not fire, not distance, speed. Because for the first time, killing didn't depend on how fast you moved. It depended on how fast a machine could keep going. And once that shift happened, war became something completely different. This is where the Maxim gun enters the story, and this was unlike anything before it. One weapon, operated by a single soldier, capable of firing over 500 rounds per minute. Think about that for a second. Not one shot, not one target, but a continuous stream of bullets, spraying across everything in front of it. And this is where it gets intense. Because during World War I, battlefields turned into trenches, long, narrow lines filled with soldiers waiting for the signal to move. And when they did, they ran straight into this. No cover, no time to react, just open ground. And a weapon that didn't miss often. Imagine being there. You climb out of the trench, heart racing, adrenaline kicking in. And within seconds, everything around you changes. The sound alone, constant, relentless. Bullets cut through the air faster than you can process. People drop around you before you even understand what's happening. This wasn't combat anymore. This was survival against something you couldn't outmatch. Because skill didn't matter the same way it used to. Strength didn't matter. Even courage didn't guarantee anything. One well-placed machine gun could hold back entire groups, hundreds of soldiers stopped by one position. But here's something most people don't realize. Despite how deadly machine guns were, most deaths in World War I actually came from artillery, not bullets. And that's the part that really changed warfare. The balance shifted. It wasn't about numbers anymore. It was about firepower, about who could control space, not just who could fight in it. And once that idea took hold, everything else had to adapt. But here's the deeper impact most people overlook. It created hesitation, fear, because soldiers knew what was waiting on the other side. They knew stepping forward could often mean instant death, and yet, they still had to move. That's the kind of pressure this weapon created, helplessness mixed with intensity. A situation where survival felt almost random. And once this level of efficiency entered war, there was no slowing it down. One trigger, and entire lines of soldiers disappeared. Chemical weapons. Not louder, not faster, just invisible. Because for the first time, the weapon wasn't something you could see coming. It was already there, moving through the air, slipping into lungs, touching skin before you even realized what was happening. And by then, it was too late. During World War I, over 124,000 tons of gas were released across battlefields. Think about that. Entire areas covered in something soldiers couldn't fight back against. Mustard gas burned the skin, the eyes, and the lungs. People didn't just fall, They suffered, slowly, painfully. And there was nowhere to run, because the air itself had turned against them. And yet, as terrifying as it was, many soldiers actually survived gas attacks. The real weapon wasn't just death, it was fear. Later came nerve agents like sarin and VX. And this is where things get even more disturbing. These didn't just harm, they shut the body down completely. Muscles locked, breathing stopped, and it happened fast. The Gouda attack showed exactly how devastating this could be. Entire groups affected within minutes. Now imagine being in that situation. No warning, no sound. Just people around you suddenly collapsing, gasping, panicking. You try to breathe, and that's the very thing killing you. That's what made chemical weapons different. Invisible, silent, relentless. You couldn't fight it, because you couldn't even see it. Biological weapons. And just when it seemed like weapons couldn't get more terrifying, they did. Because now, the goal wasn't just to kill instantly. It was to spread, quietly, slowly, and once it started, it didn't need anyone to control it anymore. This goes back further than most people realize. In medieval times, infected bodies were used during sieges, thrown into cities to spread disease. Not immediate destruction, but something worse, a chain reaction. One person gets sick, then another, then hundreds, and suddenly, the entire place is collapsing from within. But this didn't stay in the past. The 2001 anthrax attacks proved how dangerous this still is. Just small amounts, sent through the mail. And it was enough to cause fear across an entire country. That's the power of biological weapons. They don't need scale to create impact. And this is where it becomes truly unsettling. Because viruses and bacteria don't just hit one target. They multiply. Exponentially. 1 becomes 10. 10 becomes thousands. And before anyone fully understands what's happening, it's already everywhere. Now imagine trying to fight something like that. You don't know where it started. You don't know who's carrying it. And by the time symptoms show, it's already too late to contain it easily. That's what makes it different. Not just deadly, but inevitable once it spreads. This isn't a weapon you escape, it follows you.